the silence, the trees stand tall. We built a fire to shield from the squall. With blistered hands and dreams in our chest, we face the wild, put courage to test. The wolves they howl their mournful tune beneath the glow of a silver moon. We carved a path through the tangled vines, each step forward defying the signs. Through the wild unknown we go, with hearts ablaze and spirits aglow. The earth may quake through the tangled vines, each step forward defying the signs. Through the wild unknown we go, with hearts ablaze and spirits aglow. The earth may quake, the skies may cry, but we're the ones who'll never die. The river raged like a beast untamed. We crossed its wrath by will unchained. With every stumble, with every fall, we rose again, we conquered it all. The mountains whispered secrets of old, their icy breath so cruel, so cold. But we pressed on through frost and stone, for in this journey we find our home. Through the wild unknown we go, with hearts ablaze and spirits aglow. The earth may quake through the tangled vines, each step forward defying the signs. Through the wild unknown we go, with hearts ablaze and spirits aglow. The earth may quake, the skies may cry, but we're the ones who'll never die. We set out at dawn with the sun on all our backs, a trail of dreams carved through the cracks. With hands like leather and hearts of fire, we chased the edge, fueled by desire. The nights came cold with wolves in the dark, our courage lit like a fleeting spark. The trees whispered secrets of the land untamed, a place where no soul had yet been claimed. Oh, the wild calls and we answer still, with grit and will and an iron will. Through storm and shadow we make our stand, pioneers carving life from the land. Roared like a beast untied. We built our boats and let them glide through rapids and currents with no time to stall. We braved the rush, we risked it all. The wilderness tests the strongest heart, tears it down and rips it apart. But we grow stronger with every fight. The dark may fall, but we hold the light. Oh, the wild calls and we answer still, with grit and will and an iron will. Through storm and shadow we make our stand, pioneers carving life from the land. are still. With grit and will and an iron will, through storm and shadow, we make our stand. Pioneers carving life from the land. We enter her sights on the open plain, with dreams to conquer through joy and pain. The trees stood tall, the winds did groan. We carved a path through the wild unknown. The rivers roared, the mountains loomed. The sky was bright and filled with gloom. Our hands grew rough, our hearts stayed strong. Together we marched where we belong. The rivers roared, the mountains loomed. The sky was bright and filled with gloom. Our hands grew rough, our hearts stayed strong. Together we marched where we belong. Through fire and frost, we made our stand. With grit and hope, we shake the land. Through every trial, our spirit shone. We found our way through the wild unknown. The wolves would howl, the nights grew cold. The stories whispered of days of old. We held our ground, we forged ahead. The dawn would rise, our fears had fled. The wolves would howl, the nights grew cold. The stories whispered of days of old. We held our ground, we forged ahead. The dawn would rise, our fears had fled. No, the stars above were our only guide. They watched us stumble, the days our stride. In every shadow, a lesson sown. The wilderness taught us what we've known. Through fire and frost, we made our stand. With grit and hope, we shake the land. Through every trial, our spirit shone. We found our way through the wild unknown. The sun arose with a fiery glare. We packed our dreams with a prayer in the air. The woods were thick and the path unknown, but together we stood where seeds were sown. The wolves, they howled in the midnight cold. Our hands held tight as the fear took hold. With every shadow that danced on the ground, we found our courage where none was found. Through the wild we march as one, chasing stars till the morning comes. Hearts of fire and souls untamed. In the wilderness we'll carve our names. The rivers raged and the mountains loomed. We sang through storms as the thunder boomed. Each step we took was a battle to win, but the fire inside kept burning within. The sky may fall and the earth may quake. The woodwork broken, we will not break. Our roots grow deep, our bonds will bind. In the heart of the wild, we'll always find. Through the wild we march as one, chasing stars till the morning comes. Hearts of fire and souls untamed. In the wilderness we'll carve our names. chasing stars till the morning comes. Hearts of fire and souls untamed, in the wilderness we'll carve our names. We'll carve our names. We left the city with hope in our hands, dreams in our pockets like grains of sand. The wind was cruel, the nights were long, but we pressed on with hearts so strong. Through the trees where shadows play, we carved a life in the light of day. Through fire and frost, we made our stand, surviving the call of the untamed land. The wolves they howled, the rivers raged. Each step we took, a brand new page. We fought the storms, we braved the cold, a tale of grit and courage told. Through the trees where shadows play, we carved a life in the light of day. Through fire and frost, we made our stand, surviving the call of the untamed land. The wolves they howled, the rivers raged. Each step we took, a brand new page. We fought the storms, we braved the cold, a tale of grit and courage told. The blisters and dreams, we built our place, a cabin of hope in the wild's embrace. Each dawn we rose to a battle anew. The wilderness tested, but our hearts stayed true. Now the forest whispers our names at night, a legacy born of grit and fight. The wilderness taught us how to survive, and in its heart we found our lives. Through the trees where shadows play, we carved a life in the light of day. Through fire and frost, we made our stand, surviving the call of the untamed land. The wolves they howled, the rivers raged. Each step we took, a brand new page. We fought the storms, we braved the cold, a tale of grit and courage told. With blisters and dreams, we built our place, a cabin of hope in the wild's embrace. Each dawn we rose to a battle anew. The wilderness tested, but our hearts stayed true. Now the forest whispers our names at night, a legacy born of grit and fight. The wilderness taught us how to survive, and in its heart we found our lives.